Hello, I'm Dr. Bobby Cawthron, lead veterinarian at Aspen Grove Veterinary Care. Today we wanted to talk about fleas, and specifically how we can deal with fleas, getting rid of them, of course. They're quite a bit of a nuisance. They can also transmit disease to your pets, dogs, cats, everything that you might have in your house. They really will spread across everything, including some of our pocket pets. So you want to get that under control, of course, and not have problems. One of the first things we talk about in trying to help control fleas is to know the flea life cycle. You need to know a little bit of science. The biggest part that I talk to clients about is to remember that if we look over here at this kind of flea life cycle pyramid, that we have only a small portion of adults. It only makes up 5% of the entire population that might be in your environment, meaning that what you see on the pet is actually only a tiny portion of what you're having to deal with. The rest of this, the pupa, larva, and egg stages, make up a significant portion that a lot of people don't think about when they're trying to take care of it. So they might throw a product at their pet, but they're not really getting things under control, and that can lead to a lot of failures in flea control. So keep that in mind when we're talking about some of this. Knowing your environment as well, it's important. Does your pet live mostly indoors? Is it outside in 5 acres of wooded area? Is it a controlled yard? Those things can make a difference in trying to get this under control as well. You're just going to need different things to control that particular environment. Finally, we're going to talk about those control processes. So let's get in the meat of this a little bit. We do talk about mechanical flea control. That's where dealing with your environment can be an important thing. Let's say we live indoors, we're getting a flea infestation. You're going to make sure that you get rid of some of these other stages through vacuuming and washing of bedding, because that's just going to be the place where most of them are going to be concentrated, is around your pet. But all of that can be done to remove those stages. They love to live in kind of warm, moist environments with a lot of biomass, is what they call it. So getting out and vacuuming all of that hair, skin cells, all that crazy stuff that we shed all the time actually is going to help to get rid of some of those other stages. So mechanical extermination is an important part of this. But then we will talk about actually killing these fleas. That's the important part. We have to start killing some of these stages. Some of these lower stages are difficult to kill. We have a much easier time killing adults, but we do have products that can help to control that. Most of the products that we have for pets are either going to be a topical product or an oral medication, and they're very good at killing the adults. They're usually a neurotoxin that mammals don't have a lot of problems with, but insects do. And so when you give these products and they come in contact with it either by biting the pet or just coming in contact with those topicals, you're going to see those fleas start to die off pretty quick. A lot of these products are also going to have growth regulators. So they're products that help to keep these guys from developing through their stages, allowing us to have an easier time getting them out of the environment, because as they get further up into that pupa stage, they're just really, really hardy and they're almost impossible to kill easily. The big thing to keep in mind too when we talk about treating the pet is that sometimes, again, it's only a small portion that we're dealing with. Sometimes you get such a heavy infestation in your environment that you should go and see a professional exterminator to control that. And so sometimes coming around the house, outside environment as well, can be helped significantly by exterminating across that environment, not just trying to kill the things that you see on the pet. So as you can see, it's a little bit of a complicated process, but the big points to always remember is we're going to kill stuff on the pet, but keep in mind those environmental things that you need to do, including mechanical cleaning and thinking about an exterminator for those environmental stages. For more information on this and other topics, please visit the video blog on our website.